People, welcome back to Global Happenings today. We're so excited to have you again. So, talking about Peter Obi and the level of support he's getting from all the six geopolitical zones in Nigeria. Now, fairly recently, we've been told about one of the renowned member of APC. His name is Shehu Musa, who decided to leave APC. Is a renowned APC chieftain in the northern part of Nigeria. He decided to leave APC to join PDP. In his word, he said, I was an APC registered member. I supported the party because of their manifesto. Unfortunately, they were not able to fulfill their promises. That's why I changed my decision to support Peter Obi because I've been in mind that he is the right candidate, fully obedient and useful. That's what he said. But the most amazing one is the one from the southeastern part of Nigeria, talking about one of the former, or call him the ex gubernatorial aspirant of one of the states in Nigeria. He decides to drop his membership with the opposition to join Peter Obi, and this is quite commendable. Pointed to the fact that they have started, or let me say, they have accepted the candidature of Peter Obi, and they are hopeful that he is going to be the driver behind the car called Nigeria. Now, according to the news, Valentine Ozigbo, the gubernatorial candidate of the People Democratic Party (PDP) in the 2021 Anambra governorship election, has announced his decision to dump the party and throw his weight behind Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. This development, according to feelers, has sent some shock waves through the spines of the main opposition party in Nigeria. Ozigbo played the shocking joker while being featured on an evening program, the Arise interview program anchored by Charles Aniagulu on Thursday, August 18, 2022. Mr. Ozigbo revealed that his decision to resign from the PDP was based on the need to ensure that at this precarious time in Nigeria's history, a competent and visionary leader was elected to lead Nigeria into the future. According to the respected business leader, Nigerians have been split into two categories: those working to sustain the status quo and those uncomfortable with the status quo and wants to bring positive change. According to him, he said, I belong to the group that is uncomfortable with the status quo, and we must do what we have to do to save this country and set us back on the path of progress. Ahead of the TV appearance, Mr. Zigbo also released a statement to the Nigerian press titled 2023, A Watershed Moment for Nigeria. Zigbo presented a strong argument for the country to depart from the old brigade of politicians and ended with a powerful endorsement of Mr. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party for the upcoming election. They come a defining moment in the life of any country where all people of good conscience must stand up to be counted. Those times offer no middle ground. You are either on the dark side or on the side of the light. He went further to say, for example, 2023 is such a moment. Nigeria will be divided into two classes: those who will work to entrench the forces that have destroyed Nigeria, or those warriors of the light who will work to bring justice, equity, and peace to our beloved country. And next year, as we go to the polls to elect a new president, there will be no fences to sit on. On Obi's candidacy, Zigbo endorsed the former Anambra State governor, whom he described as a leader with the right vision for the country, the temperance and the capacity and experience to take Nigeria out of these troubled waters and lead us to a land of promise. He went further to say, His Excellency Peter Obi was the governor of my home state of Anambra for 8 years. The groundswell of support that his candidacy is receiving from Anambra, the Southeast, and the entire country is based mainly on the revolutionary, inclusive, and inspiring leadership he demonstrated as a governor. Before he was 40 years, Peter Obi has created an enviable mark in the private sector. A multiple award winning banker, entrepreneur, and globally trained business leader, Obi took the helms of Anambra State after a long fight for justice. 8 years later, he has completely transformed the leadership culture in Anambra with a style of down to earth grassroots engagement, prudential management of resources, and keen vision for qualitative transformation. Peter Obi is the Nigerian politician I have the utmost respect for. Having worked with him closely during my governorship campaign in 2021, I can attest that Obi is a thoughtful, kind, and generous leader who seeks excellence in all he does. After spending many months working with this phenomenal human, I am convinced that he has an abiding love for Nigeria and all Nigerians. He has the right vision for this country, the temperance and the capacity and experience to take Nigeria out of the troubled waters and lead us to a land of promise. I acknowledge the brilliant choice of His Excellency Peter Obi's running mate Dr. Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed. Together, this is an unbeatable presidential ticket and they deserve the support of all well-meaning Nigerians. Pulled by the brilliance of the candidacy of Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati, inspired by the passion of the Nigerian youth, and driven by an undying love for Nigeria, I, Valentine Ozigbo, at this moment formally join the Obidient movement. From what I know about His Excellency Peter Obi, if we run our hearts and hand and elect him as our next president, I can guarantee that he will be the best president Nigeria has ever had. I genuinely believe that his emergence has a divine inspiration. I call on all Nigerians to join hands with us as we work to transform the promise and dreams of Nigeria into reality. We must get it right. In 2023, we can and we must. While noting the sad predicament of Nigeria under the All Progressive Congress (APC), Zigbo hailed Nigerian youth for showing patriotism, boldness, and passion in choosing who will lead them into the next 4 years. Fueled by an undying love for country and a burning passion for changing Nigeria, the youths have risen boldly and intentionally to get their voices heard. Zigbo said as he celebrated the Nigerian youth. They have rejected the lust for power of politicians that ought to be in retirement. They have consciously chosen who they want to lead them into the next 4 years. They consider fairness, justice, and equity. They have adopted a bold vision of a country where every kind of Nigerian is carried along, irrespective of belief, faith, tribe, language, gender, and social status. They are committed to seeing that peace returns to Nigeria and that we experience the true promise of our founding fathers. Our country has never seen this level of passion in the youth. Instead of criticism and unfair attack, these courageous and gifted youths deserve the support and encouragement of all Nigerians. The Obedient movement cannot be ignored, shamed, or waved away. It is the fastest growing and biggest political movement in Nigeria today. The forces that have imprisoned the dreams of the younger generation of this country are terrified because they know the unstoppable power of the youths. Valentine Ozigbo is an inspirational Nigerian politician whose entry into politics in 2020 witnessed a redefinition of political engineering, and he ran for the governorship of Anambra State as the PDP candidate. He came second behind Professor Charles Soludo of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, who was contesting for the fifth time. Wow, this is really, really interesting. We have started seeing some quality personnel who had won a lot of laurels in their private life now venturing into politics. We are hopeful that all the support would transmit or would transform metamorphose into victory for the person of Peter Obi. That's where we'd like to leave it. Go to our comment.